Alright, so I'm not sure what's going on. I recorded the first half of what you'll see, and it deleted it or something like that. So, um, basically day two on the 33, and we got the motor out, torn down to the short block. I'm gonna get the pan and the timing cover off of it, the balancer and the timing cover off of it. Load it up, bring it to the machine shop. I got the cylinder heads over here. Um, the flywheel. We're gonna bring all this stuff, the rockers, the push rods, all this stuff's going up to Rob, Central Florida Machine Shop. So, um, the cylinder walls, I'm not a machinist, but there's a lot of vertical grooving in the cylinder walls that you can feel with your fingers. You can feel it with the skin of your fingers, let alone like trying to get it with your fingernail to hang. Um, so I'm not sure, what Rob's gonna say about it. Pretty much every cylinder has it, and being that there's 5,000-ish miles on this rebuild, it shouldn't be that way. We did look up the block numbers. It's listed as a 79 to 90 454. Um, Kind of a common truck motor. Um, with that, the cylinder heads, we did look up. They are rectangle port, early 70s. They were on the high performance models. Um, so, it is what it is, and we'll see what they say needs to be done to the motor and everything. Other than that, I just kind of looked over everything. They made a bunch more progress, which I'll put in the next, it'll be in the next video. Um, but I left off with, um, or I forget what I was saying in the first one because it got deleted. But basically, I was just kind of going through, and it'll pick back up where this ground was on one valve cover, this ground's on the other valve cover. Um, the burnt starter wires, you know, all of that's going to be addressed. And what I did order was I got a bunch of heat shrink tube. I use 3 to 1, uh, so it shrinks down. Its shrinkage is 3 to 1. Yeah, and it's also adhesive lined, so that when you heat it up, the glue seeps out and grabs around the wire. I ordered the good metal butt connectors, the crimp style butt connectors that you put the heat sleeve over, and you do that. I got some thermal wrap coming and some of the split braided loom. I don't like this plastic loom. I'm not a fan of this stuff. I don't know, it's cheesy looking, and it melts easily and stuff. So, not a fan of that. So I got a bunch of split loom coming. Um, we'll address all of that. Just kind of looking over here, you know, here again, you've got a ground, bunch of grounds actually, 3 different grounds, just on a little screw, all of them, too big of terminals again. Then you got this big coil of wire, another big coil of wire. This is going to the relay. That's for the MSD box. No, that's not a relay. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a fuse. Yeah, but it's weird to have a big coil of wire like that. All of these wires, for me, all of these wires should have been down here, not draped up and over. But like I said, it is what it is. Box does have a chip in it. What's the chip that's in it? 6,000. So yeah, I mean that's not bad for a rev limiter. But we'll get it all addressed. Made a bunch more progress. I'll put that up in the next video. But yeah, I mean we're kicking along here, and we're getting it done. So I'm going to get everything loaded up, the heads, the flywheel, rockers, push rods, take the oil pan, the timing cover, all that good stuff. I'm going to get all that stuff taken off, get it loaded up, get out of here for today. But I appreciate you. Well, it'll cut into the next part. Sorry about that. Camera shut off for some reason, but that black wire there hanging, this was on the intake manifold. Again, I mean, it goes in the car. I don't know what it goes to. I'd imagine it's with this harness, which I don't remember. No, I'm hooked on the choke cable. Awesome. I thought he had said it was a Ron Davis harness, which is a really good harness, and to just, hack on it is just weird. And this is one of the wires that goes to the battery terminal on the starter. And again, they did a butt connector. Like, it was too short, and they did a butt connector, but then I found the terminal end before I even got my hand on it, broke off. Here's the end here that goes on to this is the solenoid, not the battery cable. This is the battery cable one. So, I don't know, but I will make it all right for him. And I'll clean up as much as I can, and I'll probably end up getting some loom, some braided loom or something to cover up the wiring. There's not a lot of wiring on this car, which is kind of nice that there's not a lot, but I'll probably end up taking this loom down from here, which I believe is for the fan. I'll probably end up taking it down and bringing it back over to where it comes out of the firewall. There is a relay for the fan, so that's good. So I'll probably end up taking that wire down, probably go into the frame over there on that side and bring it out the front of the frame, and I'll bring the headlight wires out of this cross member, and I'll probably bring the passenger side headlight wire down this side, go into the frame over there, and bring it up and out, so it's a little more hidden and not janky through these holes. It is like a double insulated wire, so it does have a little bit of extra insulation to help, but this is not the way. You don't feed your wires in and out of holes like this. It doesn't take much more, especially considering that at one point somebody did know to use the P-clamps, but there was nothing in them. So, you easily could have taken these two P-clamps off, put them on here, and ran these two wires, across and over. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But, those are all the little things that I'll end up doing, and kind of as, here you go, I did this, you didn't ask me to, but I don't sleep at night leaving half-assed wiring like that. Especially for me, fan wiring shouldn't lay on a radiator. Your radiator, 180, 200 degrees, whatever it gets to, it shouldn't lay on the radiator. That's just my opinion. So I will address all this, but I do see here that wire, if you look close enough, well, is completely split apart, all in here. So there's definitely either gotten hot or it's just deteriorated over time. So again, all of that will need to be addressed. Who knows, even if that fan works. But yeah, I mean, that's it for today. Like I said, I'll get it down. I'll throw in some pictures of when it's down on the ground and steering's out of it. All this original stuff is gone, the leaf springs and everything. I'll take some pictures and stuff. There's no point in doing a whole video talking to me. Nobody wants to listen to me. So I will take some pictures. All right. So from all of us, sorry about the light. From all of us to all of you, be safe. Stay indoors. Stay your distance. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, click the bell to notify, leave comments if you have any ideas. So appreciate it.